Just a reminder to everybody that all attendees and guests need to have a seat. There is to be no standing or crowding. Please ask staff or ushers for support. Please make sure you find a seat. I'll make that reminder one more time before we begin, but everybody needs to be in a seat for the graduation ceremony. Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome to today's commencement ceremony. Before we can begin, all guests must take a seat. Again, before we can begin, all guests must be seated. So please find a seat, and we'll be starting in just a few moments. Thank you. Once again, welcome to today's commencement ceremony. We will begin in just a few moments, but before we can do so, we ask that all people please find a seat. All people need to be seated. If you need assistance, please ask an usher or a DMPS staff member. Thank you.
Good afternoon to the class of 2025 and your family, friends, and loved ones in attendance today. As a reminder, it is important that everybody find a seat. There's to be no standing or crowding. We have staff and ushers that can assist you with that. Thank you for your cooperation. Seniors, it was the summer of 2021 when you were preparing to enter high school. Most of you came to Roosevelt for 9th grade, while others of you joined us at different points in your high school career. As you see from the screen, a lot has changed since we came together that summer of 2021, and I need to get just one more selfie while cell phones are still allowed in Des Moines Public Schools. Regardless of when you began your journey at Roosevelt, you are finishing together here as one class, the 102nd graduating class of Theodore Roosevelt High School. A truly beautiful aspect of Roosevelt is how many generations of families have attended and graduated from our beloved school. If you are a Roosevelt alum, please stand. Seniors, in a short while you will join these individuals as alum of our cherished school. Like those who stood, we need you to be supporters of public education and catalysts for a vibrant future in the Des Moines community. And while today is no doubt about our graduating class and appropriately celebrating their accomplishments, we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge those who have supported the class of 2025 and their curricular, co-curricular, and extracurricular pursuits. First and foremost, if you are a guardian, mentor, or loved one in attendance today, please stand. Our students are fortunate to have you in their lives. Your daily support, which has hopefully waned a bit over the years, has been steady and uplifting. Partnering with you in the support of our graduates has been a true blessing. Seniors, let's show some love for those caregivers here today. If you are a staff member of Roosevelt High School, please stand. Those standing are the backbone of public education. Despite the challenges we face, these individuals continue to show up for our community. They say yes to standing in the gap and doing all they can to support students academically and socially emotionally. They are tireless advocates, encouragers, and co-conspirators to dreaming big. None of us would be here today without them. Let's show them our appreciation. I'd like to thank our district partners, including those who provide the vision and oversight of our system. Thank you to Dr. Roberts and members of our school board, Patrick Dix and Kimberly Martirano, for representing the district stakeholders and being here today to wish our seniors well. Finally, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Hummel, the assistant principal who supports the senior class. Today represents his 20th graduating class that he has overseen as an administrator in Des Moines Public Schools. Thank you, Mr. Hummel. Class of 2025, we have been together for 4 years, and you have made a remarkable impression on me and my family. In fact, you are my first 4-year class. When I greeted you in 2021, I spoke about us having the opportunity to spend 4 years together and how that opportunity would distinguish you from any other class I've served. And we did it. Our time together highlights some amazing successes. I'm actually guessing you're surprised it's taken me so long to say excellence through unity, equity, and integrity. Our banner language was crafted during your 9th grade year. You've seen it evolve from an idea to an intentional pursuit and a call to action. Your leadership has been instrumental in improving our culture at Roosevelt. During your 4 years, the average growth on each of the Panorama survey questions, which measures school culture, has grown by 9 points nearly in that time. You've led this work, class of 2025. You've delivered professional development to our staff, you've joined in on our culture walks, and you've served in various leadership capacities to advocate for a more just educational environment. As a class, you have helped us improve academic outcomes. We're seeing higher GPAs. We're accelerating learning by enrolling more students in AP and dual enrollment classes, and so many other things. As a result, we have more Seal of Biliteracy accolades this year, over $1 million in post-secondary scholarships, and students attending prestigious institutions all across the country like Northwestern and Harvard. Would our A-team seniors please stand? A-team seniors, please stand. Rider Crew A-team seniors. You have been a stable, guiding force for our community. Despite staffing support changes, you have ensured ninth graders have had a meaningful experience. The new ninth grade carnival is a tradition I hope continues for years. Thank you, senior A-team members. Would senior members of Latinos in Action, Black Student Union, our GSA, CORE, and Asian Student Alliance please stand? Thank you for your courageous leadership and the steps you've taken to make Roosevelt a more inclusive space. We appreciate you. Would seniors who are enlisting in the services after graduation please stand? Thank you for your commitment to serve our country. Would the senior board please stand? Thank you for the work you've done to honor traditions, but also remove barriers so more students have access to creating memories with their classmates. The senior breakfast this week was truly remarkable. Thank you. Piper Argenbright, would you please stand? Piper is graduating from the DMPS Dream to Teach program. Let's give Piper a round of applause for demonstrating a commitment to education. If you are a state or national qualifier, conference champion, district champion, or state champion in the arts or athletics, would you please stand? Qualifying for these events represents tremendous commitment in and out of the classroom. We are so proud of you in the way you represent rider excellence on the fields and on the stage. And to our soccer teams, best of luck in the playoffs next week. We'll be cheering for you. Finally, I'd like to thank the seniors for the experience of shoveling instant potatoes from the front of the school. I've never used a snow shovel in that capacity, and it'll be a memory I carry with me to retirement. To the audience, the district and the state set minimum standards that are required for graduation. When I look at the class of 2025, I don't see a class that did the minimum. Quite the contrary. I see a class that has gone above and beyond in the classroom, on the stage, in competition, and in the community with their service hours of over 19,000. There is no doubt in my mind, everyone in attendance today joins me in being proud of your collective work and accomplishments. Surpassing minimum expectations gives me hope for our future. So whether you are enrolling, enlisting, or gaining employment, you are taking the holistic education provided to you by Roosevelt High School, and you are taking with you the work to be excellent through unity, equity, and integrity. And now, I invite our senior musicians to join the combined choirs. While the senior musicians transition, it is my pleasure to introduce you to the combined choirs, which are under the direction of Rose Dino and Alexander Gray. They will perform We Are by Michael Owens, And as another reminder, please make sure you find a seat. There is to be no standing or congregating. We have event staff to support you with that. Let's hear it one more time for our combined choirs. I'd also like to recognize Jennifer Luft, Eleanor Hinson, Anna Zano, and their students for the exceptional music of the Roosevelt Philharmonic this afternoon. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Roosevelt educator and debate coach Parker Klein to introduce our senior class speaker.
Over the last couple years, I have had the privilege of watching Roosevelt's class of 2025 commencement speaker, Nanis Abakar, grow. Not literally, she's very tiny, but inside that small frame, she has developed to become a remarkable scholar and advocate. In her high school career, she has served on an impressive 6 leadership committees: the Superintendent Advisory Board, the Des Moines Youth Advisory Board, Justice for All, the Iowa Youth Congress, the Roosevelt Student Leadership Committee, and Upward Bound. She is the president of the National Honor Society. She has been recognized as a Questbridge Scholar, a Bank of America student leader, and a World Food Prize delegate. She is the recipient of the Porter S. Dimery Youth Human Rights Award, and most impactfully to me, she is a state and district champion in prose interpretation and informative speaking, respectively, in speech and debate. She will attend Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois this fall, hoping to eventually study law. I know Nanis as her speech and debate coach, and she has shone brightly in that activity. When performing, she is never overshadowed by a fellow speaker. Her presence swallows up the energy in the room, creating a vacuum that exists on a different plane. And afterwards, whether she's reviewing her computerized feedback or listening to me compliment and critique what she said and how she said it, she stares deeply, like she is trying to extract every ounce of perspective from your words. I asked her teammates for more input on how to describe Nanis. One mentions simply how she is always trying to help others. Another describes how they were blown away by how powerful her voice is the first time they watched her perform. Yet another simply describes her as Black excellence, being inspirational in a community of so many talented Black youth that don't know what to do with that talent yet. It is clear that Nanis has left an impact on Roosevelt High School that won't be forgotten anytime soon. Before she tears the house down with her speech, and she will, I feel it is my pedagogical responsibility to leave the class of 2025 with a message. Be like her. Be like her teammates and colleagues on the team: Hadley, Henry, Jonah, Shree, Ingrid. Go all in. When you do something, do it right. Let yourself be passionate. It has always been trendy for teenagers and young people to come across as aloof, distant, and more recently, nonchalant. I don't ask, I demand that you reject that impulse. Because life's true beauty and satisfaction comes not from that distance, but rather closeness. Closeness with your peers, your craft, and yourself. Be tender, be awkward, feel things. You will never feel more alive than when you are doing something you are fully invested in. You may have found that already, you may not have, but you have the one thing that every adult sitting on the outside wishes they had, and that is time. Let yourself fail, miss the mark, screw up. It will make your accomplishments, and you will have many, that much sweeter. I've talked a lot about Nanis and what a remarkable young woman she is. So with that, let's make sure we give her a welcome that is as loud and intense as she deserves. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce the Theodore Roosevelt High School Class of 2025 commencement speaker, Nanis Abakar.
Assalamu alaikum. Friends, family, guests, alumni, and most importantly, the class of 2025. Make some noise, everyone. Before I continue, I invite you to take a moment to think about who you're grateful for. Friends, family, or mentors. It would not be fair for me to continue this speech without expressing some gratitude myself. I want to start off by first thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Next, I want to thank my parents, Muhammad Abubakar and Halima Saeed, my friends, my teachers, Mr. Voshel and Ms. Clemens, my mentors, especially Mr. Klein, Mr. Ernst, and Mr. Shepa, and everyone who supported me, even if it was just a ride home once or feedback on my college essays. Thank you. Your impact in my life does not go unnoticed. Every year, I make a vision board, and I set it as my laptop lock screen. I have goals like getting into college and being the commencement speaker, so I guess that worked out. On my vision board, I also have a few quotes that resonate with me. One quote that I always come back to is, "If you know yourself, doesn't matter what anyone else thinks." The world will always offer its version of you. Only by truly knowing yourself can you resist becoming a reflection of others' projections. Today, we will start off by lighting up the truth that our stories matter. Then, we'll burn through the lie that our self-worth is something to be determined by others. Lastly, we'll talk about the fire that will test us. Because I am tired of people trying to tell me who I am. Our integrity will get challenged, but knowing who you are is a fire that will never go out. I want this to be engaging. So during this program, if you hear something that resonates and you feel compelled, snap, clap, throw your hands, or celebrate. Because class of 2025, this is your commencement speech and this is your moment. So with that, are you guys ready? Fire doesn't burn without reason. It transforms. Knowing yourself starts with understanding your story. Let's look through the ashes of our past. A lot of us went through various challenges these past 4 years, including friendships, college applications, AP exams, and for some of us, this was our first time learning in the US, serving as role models for our siblings, or fulfilling the dreams of our parents. My experience has been shaped by nights translating things for my parents, teaching myself how to apply for college, praying for my family in Sudan, and a constant reminder that life doesn't always feel fair. And I know I'm not alone in that. Many of us carry untold stories, stories of hard work, sacrifice, and overcoming what others might never see. You might have had to work a job to support your family, or be another parent to younger siblings. For many of us, being up here is more than just having a diploma. These past 4 years represent who we are. Knowing your story gives you the power to own it, not be owned by it. As we sit here today, minutes away from crossing the stage, think about who you've become, what Roosevelt has lit within you. Think about the hardest class you've ever taken. For me, that class was AP Computer Science. And let me tell you, it humbled me. I remember my dad texting me a screenshot of Infinite Campus with the words, "Nannies, why do you have AC?" My mom once told me, what a blessing it is you even get to complain about studying. There are people in Sudan right now wishing they could study, wishing they could go to a school that hasn't been burned down, wishing they could pick up a book instead of reading the Fatiha over bodies. This diploma, this education we're about to receive, it's a privilege. And more than that, it's power. In a system that would rather incarcerate than educate you, knowledge is fire. And to the young people in the audience of color, the little brother, the little sister, the middle schooler watching their sibling cross the stage, I want you to hear me. There will be days where school feels impossible, days where you are too tired to learn, but your education is a flame. And every time you show up, even when it's hard, you're lighting the path for others behind you. In America, diversity, equity, and inclusion are seen as insults. They will strip your people of resources and identity and humanity, and then when you succeed, they will say it was only because of your race. They will scream affirmative action because they can't handle the truth of your excellence. They will ask you, how did you make up for your color? They will question your qualifications because it's easier than questioning the systems that they built to keep you out. You don't owe them an explanation. These assumptions are so common to where they have become white noise. I've come to learn that you will always be too loud for people who think you shouldn't have a voice, too visible for those who think you deserve to be unseen. However, I believe in truth and liberation. We are still here, despite the wreckage, despite the noise. We have not lost our flame. We are still standing, still fulfilling the prayers of our ancestors, still fighting for the dreams that we refuse to let diminish. I'm telling you to know yourself, because when you know who you are, when you have a fire burning within you, they cannot touch you. Your fire will not only guide you, it will become a torch for others. Knowing yourself requires the courage to act with integrity in the face of injustice. It takes courage to walk past the mirror and see resilience, to pursue excellence when the odds are stacked against you. But our endurance has been passed down for generations. We must continue finding home in our identities, even as we step into the unknown. Class of 2025, after today, there will be no silver cords incentivizing you to volunteer. After today, no one is forcing you to care. You'll be free to live in neighborhoods where everyone looks like you, went to the same schools as you, shares the same experiences as you. You can choose to narrow your concerns to what simply affects your own life. And we've seen the cost for speaking out. Students punished for calling out injustice, people fired, diplomas rescinded, futures threatened, all for saying that genocide is wrong. For daring to say that the killing of innocent people is immoral. We've seen how much easier it is to scroll past, to stay silent, to pretend it's not happening. But silence has a cost. What happens when we choose to not act? You know, after I signed out of my last class on Tuesday, I cried. That's true. I cried tears of joy. High school was not a positive experience for everyone. There are many days where I felt alone. Days where I would walk into school and I would lose confidence, where I would cry to my parents telling them I didn't want to come to school because I didn't feel safe, because I was made to feel weird for being myself. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because I know I'm not alone in that. And I hope that someone in the audience can resonate with me. I would be lying if I stood up here and just said we're all a big family. But when you choose to ostracize someone simply because you do not understand them, or because you want to fit in, do you feel fulfilled with your character? Is there godliness in contentment? Roosevelt has taught me that change starts with agency. Even if your entire environment is trying to tell you who you are, you have the agency to shape your own future. When we lean into unity, fight for fairness, and carry ourselves with integrity, we're not just preparing to be leaders someday, we're leaders right now. I hear everywhere that youth are the future, but I don't fully agree with that. Youth aren't just the future, we're the present. And right now, we have a responsibility to care, act, and speak out, even when it's uncomfortable. I would be lying if I said I wasn't scared to give this speech. Even as I'm standing here, I'm scared of people. I'm scared of people gossiping about me, scared of people rolling their eyes at my words, scared of people saying I got too heavy, too political at commencement. However, I believe in purpose over fear. There are 101 classes before us who sat in these seats. Some graduated during times of hope, others during moments of uncertainty and hardship. Today, we looked at our past, reflected on who we are in this moment, and imagined the legacy we'll leave as we step beyond Roosevelt's halls. For some of us, high school wasn't full of warm memories. It wasn't a place where we felt fully seen or understood. And that's okay to say out loud. Not every chapter in life deserves to be highlighted. But what matters is this: we made it. Despite everything, every side glance, every time we felt alone or unwelcome, we are still here, still graduating, and still standing in full power. And now we're free. Free to define our own spaces. Free to seek out the people who do get us. Free to build something better than what we had to endure. So class of 2025, be curious enough to keep learning. Be courageous enough to keep standing up. And above all, be kind enough to challenge the world around you, even if this one wasn't always kind to you. This isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your world. Alhamdulillah, we're done. And I, for one, couldn't be more ready. So to the class of 2025, bye Felicia, we graduated.
I'm really glad that I was able to organize the order of speeches to not have to follow that. And so it's my pleasure to introduce the person with that burden, your superintendent, Dr. Ian Roberts.
Wow. To follow manners is a tall order. But as I sat there and I listened to you, it made me think about what do I want to share with this amazing class of 2025. And a couple of things stood out. You're the class who started your high school career wearing masks during the time of a global pandemic, so that made it difficult for you. Here's some other difficult tasks that you've dealt with and experiences you've had. You've had to navigate the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. I know, that was difficult for you. You've had to watch your timeline with the issues between Megan and Tory Lanez. That was difficult for you, I know it. But the most difficult thing that you've probably had to do is to show up every single day with a spirit of being unconquerable and undefeated. Class of 2025, having listened to Nanez, I'm going to characterize your class as the class of Invictus. You see, Invictus is a Latin term that means unconquerable and undefeated. I want you to stay with me. When you walk across the stage, you are amongst a fortunate and dedicated few. There are approximately 51 million students in schools throughout the United States, and every single day, 7,000 students drop out of high schools. That's the equivalent of every 26 seconds, one student drops out of a high school in America. But here you are today, getting to the finish line. Give yourselves a round of applause. But everything that you've endured and still arriving here today really tells me and convinces me that you are the class with the Invictus spirit. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you're moving too slow, you're not in the right pace, you're not accomplishing enough. If they do, I want to remind you that Harlan Sanders, known as Colonel Sanders, founded his first KFC at the age of 62. I want to remind you that Sam Walton, who founded Walmart, which, by the way, as of today, is valued at $767 billion, he founded Walmart at the age of 44. Don't let them tell you you're moving slow. Samuel Jackson, who you've all probably seen in a movie, and for some of you, you will not even understand that he got his first movie break in a 1991 movie. You're too young to remember this, but parents, you know it. He was 43 years old when he starred in Jungle Fever. You remember that one? Yeah? Okay. The Invictus class, the class of 2025. There is a 19th century poet, and you may have read about him in your English classes, by the name of William Ernest Henley. William Ernest Henley had one of his legs, his left leg, amputated from the knee down. This happened in the late 19th century when medical technology was not evolved enough, where anesthesia was as powerful. And William Ernest Henley contracted tuberculosis of the bones, and his right leg needed to be amputated. Very little anesthesia. I want you to think about that for a second, class. And as he's getting ready to undergo this experience that will cause him tremendous pain, in a dark room he wrote the poem titled Invictus. You remember, Invictus speaks to the fact that he, regardless of what he was getting ready to endure, he had a spirit of being unconquerable and undefeated. Life is going to get hard. You're going to have a lot of failures. You're going to find a lot of haters getting in your way, and you will find a lot of doubters. People will not care where you graduated from, how many letters you have behind your name, or what your family tree is, when they're getting ready to tear you down. But as long as you walk out of here with a spirit of Invictus, your futures are bright. I want you to bring into this space not just this class, but every adult in this arena today. You too have faced the vicissitudes and challenges of life. But if you have the spirit of Invictus, if regardless of what you're going through, as you're sitting here wondering, how am I going to pay for my child to go to college? You're sitting here wondering, how am I going to make up the money that I just spent to give them a graduation party? I know I'm not the only one. You're sitting here thinking about all of the big life decisions you have to make. But if you only invoke that spirit of Invictus to be unconquerable and feeling undefeated, life will get better, I promise you. Class of 2025, I want you to repeat after me so that you can start to embody and inculcate the spirit of Invictus. I'm going to say, I am, and you will repeat, I am, and I'm going to say Invictus on 3. 1, 2, 3. I am Invictus. In the poem written by William Ernest Henley, and I'll end with this, he talked about it doesn't matter what he has to face in life, who comes up against him, he knows that he will maintain joy and be a winner. And in the last stanza of the poem, as he's enduring so much pain, he said, it matters not how straight the gate or how charred with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my faith. I am the captain of my soul. You are Invictus. Congratulations, class of 2025. That way that way.
Ushers, you want to come forward, please? Row one. We will now begin the reading of the names and the conveying of the diplomas.
Nanis Mohammed Abakar. Ahmed Farah Abdullahi. Leonte Lamont Adair. Maya Mary Lucille Adams Parks. Nafiso Mohammed Aiden. Sua Mohammed Abdullah Ahmed. Elliot Joseph Albright. Barag Ali Ali. Elaf Al-Jashami. Rocco Seamus James Allen. Jayron Jakari Amerison Smith. Samuel Robert Anderson. Lana Angier. Sabrina Amin Awa. Piper Rice Argenbright. Brooks Nathan Arnold. Dane Bryson Ashmore. Maya Rose Atayich. Megan Louise Augie. Shavante Augusti. Ephraim Ungi. Anna Rebecca Basowski. Ty Bach. Santier Daylin Bailey. Grace Amina. William Franklin Bailey. Olivia Jade Bailey. Ilsa Serene Ward. Julia May Baird. Frederick Halstead Barber. Promise Manuel Barford. Liv Murphy Barstad. Sriyat Vardhan Baruri. Tatum Christian Soja Beal. Jackson Oliver Behrens. Poet LeBrand Bell. Eduardo Berber. Tessa Elizabeth Bittner. Samuel John Bays. Ollie K. Betcher. Genevieve Rochelle Bolanos Flores. Dejan Dupree Bolden White. Brian Leve Bonacari. Jonas Bottenfield Bean. Fiona Victoria Borjak. Jessica Gabrielin Boa. Colby Thomas Briggs. Adeline Brody. Samuel Eric Bronsink. Erica Janai Brown. Shay Francis Bumaya. Helena Bushking. Jose Miguel Cadena Rodriguez. Jonah Dove Calderon. Avery Campbell. Dean James Campbell. Marnasia Elizabeth Campbell Peters. Jacqueline Campoverde Pina Fiel. Eve Kenmu. Christian Lamont Carson. Jasmine Canseco Sandoval. Ariel Castillo. Vanessa Renee Castro. Mia Nikki Cayetano. Cristian Ronaldo Chavez Guzman. Hugo Cesar Chavez Gonzalez. Juliana Reese Shivers. Augustin Satchel Christensen. Ruby Grace Clark. Janae Avian Clark. Owen Reese Clark. Helen Irene Clay. Shyrome Coates. Thais Collins. Ellery Augustine O'Connor Conrad. Ava Soleil Consorti. Jonah A. Cornelis. Logan Alexander Corwin. Everett Cohen. Ray David Cruz Cruz. Liam Curtis. Price Eugene Daly. Angelina Kim Nang Dong. Chente Angel Davila. Mia Ramona Davila. Ethan M. Davis. Rashad Davis. Woo! Sullivan Vincent Davis. Samuel Philip Deeds. Brianna De Jesus. Issa Reese DeJody. Anna Catherine DeLang. Jennifer Kim Ing-Yi Deo. Jazzy Dixon. Hassan Jabrala. Rania James Doctor. Aiden Zeman Dow. Valantria Joanne Odyssey Drew. Aurora Nancy Dubuck. Tara Maria Dirksen. Alexis Simone Dunlap. Emmeline Ruth Dunwald. Josephina Santojal Dute.
Winter Elizabeth Zanwia Dewanian. Annie Vivian Dewey. Nico Campbell Egan. Harper Caroline Eggy. Harrison John Elliott. Yemi Yeneth Escobar Meralda. Gavin Michael Etter. Sawyer Stephen Evans. Floyd Xavier Ewing. Luz Adelina Fernandez Antonio. Francesca Maria Ravez Filippone. Maxine Del Carmen Finley. Legend Samuel Feiner. Frey Howitt Kiflimariam Fisahaya. Sarah Ann Fielman. Michael Flecha. Jeanette Latrice Florence. Yasmani Jarrett Flores. Jasmine Franco Vasquez. Jack Thomas Franks. Nevea Frazier. Irie Grace Freeman. Gwendolyn Jeanette Friedoff. Darion Delaney Fuller. Eddie K. Fulton. Guar Guy. Diana Poyai Guy. Pedro Jesus Garcia Osario. Tama Idris Gardu. Eder Vasquez. Joanna Marissa Gellen. Peyton Jessica Genson. Maza Hassan Giragandi. Henry Atticus Godar. Alexi Godin. Mason Matthew Getzman. Jordan Goff. Gabriela Abigail Gonzalez Perez. Bradley Murray Gross. Mariana Nicole Gray. Grace Rosemary Green. Braden Edward Grillo. Carter Thomas Bruining. McKenna Christine Grills. Mohammed Guma. Isabella Babe Gustafson. Kellen William Gutierrez. Rainita Janae Bridget Guyton. Samuel Patrick Hager. Clementina Abut Hagos. Olivia Jensen Hahn. Cedar Azul Hafil Boone. Harry David Hansen. Dominique Claire Harris. Wyatt Daniel Harris. Quentin James Harrison. Morgan Harvey. Hadley Maria Harvey. Amari Harvey Parks. Marquise Harvey Bell. Mernella Hassanagich. Preston Kyle Hedinger. Anne-Marie Rose Hedgecock. Angel David Hernandez. Brian Josue Hernandez Andrade. Katie Jocelyn Hernandez. Trinity Jade Nicole Herring. Elise Jaden Hightower. Joshua Ramon Hines. Amanda Marie Hirth. Stella Jean Holderness. Carter Jackson Holman. Sophie Annalise Hoover. Taylin Ann Knowlton Howard. Willow Constance Howard. Jamea Shanice Howard. Finian Robert Lane Huggins. Isabel Anna Bryn Huggins. Tatayana Takima Hunter. Ace Robert Huspin. Quinn Fung Win. Ivan Gregory Hyde. Leonardo Yahir Ibarra. Rukia Ibrahim. Shahinaz Ibrahim. Oliver Andrew Ill. Andy Indville. Mohammed Kamal Ishmael. Zamara Lillian Anjane Jackson. Kaida Amiri Jackson Henry. Truman Anton James. Arlayla Christina Joy James. Elias Freestone James. Leo James. Isadora Ava Jimenez Rodriguez. Karina Elizabeth Johnson. Bella Georgina Joanne Johnson. Kate Sophia Johnson. Lydia Carolina Jones. Persephone James Jones. Zachary Thomas Jones. Raphael Asher Keith Jotsky.
J. Sierra Kaba. Ellen Marie Kamba. Isaac Carla. Ivan Carla. Max Brown Karnicki. Jack Allen Kehoe. Abel Kennedy. Avery Grace Kent. Addison Grace Klein. Sophia Marie Knight. Mallory Lois Christine Knutson. Evan Joseph Kolsdorf. Boomkuth John Kong. Hannah Angelica May Crambeck. Everest Kite. Gadi Musa Lake. Isaiah Anthony Lamarck. Micah Rihanna Michelle LeMay. Caden Dean Lane. Joel Benjamin Langabartles. Margot Louisa Laporte. Skylar Cole Lassie. Akaya Lu Lee. Thomas Georgia Lehman. Salem Levenstein. Isaac Ellis Lewis. Luke J. Lichty. Ingrid Catherine Alge-Leaning. Isabella Grace Slomeyer. Alan Lopez Roque. Emmett Craig Lorenzen. Juliana Gabrielle Sangtawan Lovan. Amin Machu. Kadra Hassan Mohammed. Sophia Leanne Maher Wyden. Rylan Thomas Malloy. Jayla Lynn Mandozia. Owen Emery Merritt. Jalen Amai Marquez. Jaslyn Amai Marquez. Sean Theodore Martin. Juan Jose Martin Rodriguez. Amaya Martinez. Yaya Elias Matar. Tyler Stephen Machinsky. Lauren Renee Mock. Justin Perry Mabuthia. Kieran James McCabe. Samuel Ryan McCauley. Alec Joseph McDaniel. Egan William McFarland. Lydia Ann McGuire. Aaliyah Desiree Quintinette McLaurin. Euridia Medina Gomez. La May. L. May. Malidia Mena. Island Yaneli Mendoza. Brady Mengel. Emily Kirsten Murfeld. Levi Merrifield. Cameron Murdes. Silas Gray Mitchner. Brianna Hope Milliken. Jackson Edward Minier. Tamara Mitchell. Eamon Abakar Mohammed. Sabir Abdi Muhammad. Salmo Abdullahi Muhammad. Fahima Kulatani Muhammad. Mikel Ali Muhammad. Maurice Eugene Moon. Quentin Gregory Moore. Gianna Isabella Myris Mordini. Alan Jesus Moreno. Finnegan Moreland. Emily Teresa Morrison. Mohammed Mazumil. Kasaya Jade Mtiari Moore. Tiana Munoz. Sebastian Reno Tuttle Musgrave. Ramir Allen Muskie-Valley. Taryn K. Myers. Stella Sophia Nagel. Audrey May Nauman. Samira Naite. Glory Abwe Ndale. Bennett Wilkie Neipert. Stella Ann Ness. Abuk Manam Noor. Samsung Lee Win. Andy Tai Win. John Rollin Nixon. Kue Noah. Munira Noor. Jenna Nori. Keegan Novak. Tina Oga. Fatawit Tesfa Michael Okube. Brianna Renee Ollie. Parker James O'Neill. Laura Oridson. Christopher Joseph Pagano. Mia Paola Parada Rodriguez.
Dariana Paresh. Rafael Perez. Oscar Kaname Perez. Andrew Perez Garcia. Jack Anthony Peterson. Gregory Allen Peterson. Sydney Elizabeth Peterson. Alex Puntudate. Zoe Piper Voshell. Loudon D. Plum. Thomas Joseph Pollard. Marshall Ames Poor. Ava Marie Poor. Imami Porter. Nathan James Prem. James Roosevelt Proctor. Graham Coleman Pugh. William Welch Puri. Carmen Rose Pinelli. Angel Jose Ramirez. Brian Ignamamim Ramos. Crystal Ramos Caroline Grace Ramsey. Y.J. Fritz Raymond. Cameron Austin Reagan. Isaac Quinn. Carlos Recio Martinez. Traquan Lee Redmond. Victor Javier Rubeles. Joseph Fitzgerald Ryle. Selah Lee Richards. Quincy Richardson. Irie Juma Richardson. Claire Catherine Reesberg. Uriel Marilyn Rivera Sandoval. Nyla Robertson. Noma Jane Rogers. Abigail Marie Rocker. Kevin Alexander Rojas Hernandez. Brianna Roman. Joshua Roman Castro. Alan Rowley. Antonio Ruiz. Alicia Grace Russ. Lily Ann Russell. Jonah Salmon. Tila Gala Samantri. Michael Joel Sanchez. Ray Ella Sanders. Cassandra Santana. John Patrick Scheffler. Sailor Grace Shervish. Hyla Jean Schneider. Joseph Clark Suisa. Ty William Scott. Delana Aubrey Sears. Cameron Scott Seitz. Reagan A. Simple. Isaiah Brooklyn Shade. Ruby Elaine Shaw. Avery Allison Short. Vivian May Shutters. Sohail Siddiqui. Emerson Marie Seaver. Tori Lynn Rose Simmons. Jose Andreas Solarte Ortegas. Tony Chu Sung. Kaya Sparks. Ava Grace Spears. Simone Sandifar. Zachara Monet Stevenson. Addison Jean Stone. Dupree Eugene Stone Gibson. Addison Paige Storahan. May Yasir Sultan. Willis Simons. Remy Adisa Taylor. Olivia Dulop Tenney. Milo Cecilia Thomas. Lillian Tajaden Duff. Armand Tokic. Olivia Porter Talpenroad. Haroon Nicola Tongo. Eleanor Frances Turner. Ava Marie Faith Tyler. Maxwell James Ulrichson. Deacon Edward James Vasey. Kildea Joe Vasquez. Shaddai Yoselin Vasquez Martinez. Jasmine Vasquez Cortez. CJ Cooper Veldkamp. Jane Beatrice Vermeer. Tom Don Vull. Avery Vukovic. Drake Oliver Wade. William Wagner. Hallie Bryn Wallert. Harriet Harriet Waite. Latrell Lamont Walker. Finley Marie Walker. Alexander Harrison Walter. Harrison James Webster. August Wedgeworth. Claire Renee Welk. Aiden Blue Whistler. Jada Alexis White. Aaliyah Tessa White. Sophia Marie Whitehead. Trent Christopher Wickman. Benjamin David Wiederanders. Lillian Jan Marie Wilkinson. Kershawn Darnell Williams. Evan L. Williams. Janaya Leona Williams. Do you have a card? Andrew Justino Wilson. Jasmine Marie Wilson. Jalen Marie Rose Wilson. Heaven Renaya Wilson. Joseph Nicholas Winters. Margaret Ashba Wise. Hannah Claire Witt. Donatel Woldis Lassie. Hayat Mubarak Yimmer. Ayana Young. Lamar James Eric Ziegler. Catherine Elizabeth Sahala.
Would the class of 2025 please stand? Please move your tassel to the left of your cap. In both word and symbol, you are graduates of Theodore Roosevelt High School. Congratulations!
Thank you.